Spoken audio is now on. Question 1. This question is from the Washington Times. Fill in the blank in the following sentence. And he and his dad would go to the buyer's blank to get their hair trimmed. What word fits nice job? In this question, barber is a noun that means a hairdresser who cuts hair and shaves beards as a trade. A barber is a person whose job is cutting hair in a barber shop. Your barber might have a tendency to cut your hair a little shorter than you like. When you visit a barber shop, you sit in a special chair while the barber cuts your hair with scissors or electric clippers. Men are the most common customers of a barber, although women can also get their hair cut by barbers. Barber comes from the Anglo-French word barber, which is rooted in the Latin word for beard, barb. Early barbers were certified not only to cut hair, but to perform surgery and dentistry as well. Question 2. Which of the following words is closest in meaning to the noun, speed? A. Description. B. Assembly. C. Nice job. In this question, speed is a noun that means changing location rapidly. Speed most often describes acceleration or a high rate of motion. When something picks up too much speed, it can run off course, like a kid on a bike zooming uncontrollably down a steep hill. Speed can be a noun or verb. As a noun, it's an indicator of pace, as in the speed of a car. As a noun, it's also a drug that keeps you awake, very awake. As a verb, it means to move along quickly, like how you speed around on your bike. A fun fact, while speed refers to the distance traveled by an object during a specific amount of time, velocity describes that distance, but in a specified direction. Question 3. This question is from Forbes magazine. Fill in the blank in the following sentence. If you can help athletes understand how to help themselves, they can blank their performance. What word fits best? Correct. In this question, improve is a verb that means to make better. When you improve something, you make it better. For example, you can improve your harmonica playing with practice. Be happy when you see this word, because something is getting better, improving. Getting a tutor will usually improve your grades. Sleeping well improves your health and alertness. A haircut could improve your looks. Painters have to decide whether a painting is finished or if it can still be improved. Voters decide which candidate will improve the nation. Sometimes a sick patient will mysteriously improve. The opposite of improve is worsen or deteriorate. Question 4. This question is from Slate magazine. In the following sentence, what does the noun force mean? He began to smack me more fiercely during our pad work when I left my chin out, getting me used to being hit with correct. In this question, force is a noun that means physical energy or intensity. Force describes a physical energy that can be seen or felt. If you've ever walked outside in a blizzard, you've experienced the force, or strength, of the wind. May the force be with you. Force has other meanings as well. A powerful person can exert a force just by using particular words or body language. Written words can exert a force, or have a strong influence, on your opinion. As a verb, force means to make something happen using physical strength or some other powerful effort, which is what you do when you try to force a square peg into a round hole through vigorous pounding. And of course, in the Star Wars movie franchise, the force refers to the mystical energy contained in all living things. May that definition of this word always be with you. Question 5. This question is from Saints and Misfits, by S.K. Ali. In the following sentence, what does the verb ads mean? Don't forget about tackling the monster, a small voice adds. In this sentence, adds means A. Quivers involuntarily. B. Removes from the mind. C. States or says further. Or D. Singles out as important. Correct. When you add, you join two or more things together. If you add onto your summer cottage, you build an extra room that's connected to your existing house. If your boss adds $10 to your paycheck, she gives you the money in addition to, or on top of, your salary. And when you add a column of numbers, you combine each one in the list until you get a final answer. You might verbally add something by making one last statement. I'd like to add that I can't wait to visit again. The Latin root is adder, add to, join, or attach. press the R key to read. Question 6. This question is from U.S. News. In the following sentence, what does the verb raised mean? He says they raised some legitimate concerns, so it's a legitimate issue for us to look at. In this sentence, raised means A. Hoisted, B. Enhanced, C. Upgraded, or D. Expressed. No. What's your second guess? You're getting warmer. Easy enough for you now? That's the one. In this question, raise is a verb that means to put forward for consideration or discussion. If you raise your hand, you put it up in the air. If you raise your daughter, you bring her up from childhood to adulthood. And, if you raise the roof, you and a crowd of people cheer wildly for a performer. Raise can be used almost any time you bring something up, either literally, if you raise the lid on that trapdoor you will see a secret passage, or figuratively, please don't raise the topic of my arachnophobia. The verb raise comes from the Old English word re-ran, which means to rear, as in, do you really want to raise your children in that town? As a noun, a raise can also mean a salary increase. Question 7. This question is from Slate magazine. In the following sentence, what does the noun characters mean? The supervisor told cops who had the pagers that they could send 25,000 characters worth of text messages a month and then after that, pay for the extra messages, and if they did, avoid an audit. In this sentence, characters means A. Written symbols that are used to represent speech. B. Messages describing how something is to be done. C. Correct. When Martin Luther King Jr. said he looked forward to the day when all Americans would be judged solely by the content of their character, he was talking about a person's essential qualities. Just because you're a character doesn't mean you have character, a guy called the Wolf advises a young woman named Raquel in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction. The line illustrates 3 different senses of the word, which can mean moral strength or a reputation, what Raquel lacks, a person in a work of fiction, what the Wolf and Raquel literally are, or, by extension, a colorful personality, what Raquel has. A fourth usage is the distinctive nature of a person or thing, a meaning reflected in the word's origins. In Greek, a character was a stamping tool, used to give something a distinctive mark. Question 8. Which is the best definition for the verb, husband? A. Break into 2 equal pieces. B. Take off or remove. C. Submerge in a liquid. Or, D. Use cautiously and frugally. Nope, that wasn't it. You got it. A husband is a married man. Your grandfather might joke that he and your grandmother have been husband and wife for so long because she has the patience of a saint and he is deaf as a post. The word husband comes from the Old Norse husbandi, where hus meant house and bondi meant dweller. As a verb, husband means to conserve resources and use them frugally. Because of the flooding in the area, roads are cut off and everyone is being asked to husband their supplies. This conservation of resources sense of husband also occurs in the related noun husbandry. Question 9. This question is from the New York Times. Fill in the blank in the following sentence. Taking an entirely different tack than your opponent expects may blank her, at least at first. What word fits best? A. Cramp. B. Void. C. Throw. Or, D. Haze. Press the Q key. Correct. In this question, throw is a verb that means to be confusing or perplexing to. When you throw a ball, you toss it using your hand. When you throw a party, you buy some food and drinks, then invite your friends over. Throw means many things. You can throw a baseball game, even if you're not the pitcher, by deliberately trying to lose it. You can throw a baby off its schedule, that is, confuse the baby's waking and sleeping times. In basketball, when you get fouled and throw the ball from the free throw line, you're taking a free throw. You can throw garbage out. Also, a throw is a small blanket you toss over a chair, much like a throw pillow. Question 10. This question is from Practical Grammar and Composition, by Wood, Thomas. In the following sentence, what does the verb intended mean? When quantity is plainly intended, the singular verb should be used. In this sentence, intended means A. Correct. In this question, intend is a verb that means to express or convey. If you intend to do something, you mean to do it or have it in mind as a goal. Do you plan on getting your holiday cards in the mail before February this year? Then you intend on getting them out early. The world is full of good intentions, meaning there are lots of people who intend to be nice, eat better, floss more, or pick up their dirty socks. But things don't always go as planned. Your actions could produce results that you didn't expect, specify, or ever intend. That might explain the well-known proverb, "The road to hell is paved with good intentions."